The band is here. They actually did a farewell tour, and you know, who better to interview the band? They were here in 2011, but they're back. Right. And this time, Mike DiGiorgio, our executive producer, got a chance to talk to these guys. I mean, about their music and about, you know, the fact that they're back in Rochester after they were supposed to say goodbye.
This was very cool. Main Street Armory tonight.
Right.
We can reveal now they've been in town for 3-4 days.
All right.
Rehearsing. They had mentioned in the interview how much they enjoy setting up, rehearsing in the space that they will actually kick the tour off in. And we were able to get in yesterday. Photographer Terry Hancock and I talked to lead singer Rob Halford and bass player Ian Hill about a variety of topics. I went long with them.
The producer goes long with the
It was kind of a dream come true. So you won't see me here. What we did. We strung together some of their answers to some of the questions in this little package for you here. Take a look.
We've got great memories of Rochester. Rochester's been really solid for Priest for as long as we've been coming through this great place. So that's also another part. You know, we know quite a little bit. We know enough about Rochester to feel comfortable. You know, we come back here. We know the main street. We know where the places are to eat and the bars, and that's another nice factor to have. You're not in a strange town. You're in a place where you feel welcome. And everybody here has been wonderful with all the production people, and just the overall setup has been a very nice and comfortable kind of arrangement, because there is a lot of hecticness going on. Even as we're taking a break now, there's a team of 30 people working behind the scenes.
Well, we've known each other for so long now, you know, so we know each other's playing techniques and foibles and what have you, you know. So once we get up and running, get the initial bit of music rehearsal out of the way, it's pretty much back into the old routine, you know. And of course, obviously, a lot of effort and time has to go into the new material, because although you've put it down on a record, you've never actually played it live before, you know.
It's a different world, isn't it? It can be. You hear lots of stories from different entertainers on stage. Some entertainers don't like it, you know. I don't particularly care, and I think it's probably it's less in metal. I think the metal fans are genuinely there, you know, to just see as much as they can without seeing it through this. Well, why see it through this? Because there it is live. But that's just the way that the world is advanced, and it's a memory, you know. It's a memory that the fans get to take home, and it's all good. Everybody wins. Everybody has a good time.
I wouldn't say free. It all depends how much iTunes bunged them. I bet it wasn't free.
I mean, they got some pushback. They expected that. They're very smart. You know, all the people from Apple, obviously. I think it was an experiment as much as anything else. I think the gesture is good. I mean, it kind of flies in the face of the challenges that obviously new talent has. When you're a new band, you need every penny you can get. How many studio albums have we done, Ian? 17, 19?
I've lost count.
So you've got to cover your classics. You've got to do, if we don't do Breaking the Law, if we don't do Hellbent for Leather, if we don't do Living After Midnight.
Nothing come in and...
That's the staple identity of our fans. And if you've been a fan of Priest for a long time, as we know a lot of the Rochester fans will have been, we'll take you in a time machine back to 1980 this or 1990 that, you know. That's the power of music. Thank you, Rochester. It's great to be back. The Priest is back. 40th anniversary. Yeah.
That is so cool.
That is really cool.
Let me mention before I forget, that background there, that's not the stage. At the Main Street Armory right now, they've got their Castle of Horrors set up. The band toured the Castle of Horrors, the haunted house, the day before, and thought that'd be a real cool place to do the interview.
Get out.
So they brought us down into the caverns of this haunted house.
Oh my God.
For the interview. That was the first thing I said to them when they came in the room. It's surreal enough I'm interviewing you after being a fan for 30 years. We're doing it in a haunted house.
Yeah, and it was all by design.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
You know, I was asking you during the interview, I said, how old are these guys?
I don't know. They got to be in their 60s. This is the 40th anniversary.
So they're redefining, you know, I was saying, oh, they should be retired. Yeah. I don't see that happening with these guys.
And I caught some rehearsal as well yesterday. Rob Halford's voice is amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
He has totally still got it. hits the higher registers. He's this opera-like voice that he can.
It's amazing when singers can do that. You see it with the Boss. You know, just these people who you think would have lost their voice over time, especially when you do metal. And you've been a fan for a long time. You've met a lot of musicians. What was it like to meet these two?
It's a surreal experience. There's just that moment when Rob Halford's looking right at you, and you ask him a question, and you hit on something you know he wants to talk about.
Yeah.
You've experienced it.
Sure.
And you see it in his face. Like,
yeah.
Okay, we're gonna talk.
This
about
is so cool. And by
there.
the way, they're so different than what I would have imagined them to be too. You know, they're far more refined.
Yes.
Or maybe it's the accent.
Refined English gentlemen.
They
Absolutely.
really were English gentlemen.
Super polite, wonderful to talk to.
That's so
But they're
great.
Judas Priest on stage.
Yes.
They
So
are
cool.
Judas Priest on stage.
Absolutely.
cool.
And coming up in just a few minutes, we are going to be speaking with the band who's going to open for Judas Priest
Their
tonight.
opening act is Steel Panther, a band that has topped the hard rock and comedy charts.
I gotta see
Yeah.
this.
In fact, I asked, we'll play it a little bit when Steel Panther's here. I asked the band about Steel Panther and
Okay.
the kind of odd pairing for these serious, refined gentlemen to have these comedians open
Yeah,
for them.
I Googled Steel Panther. I'm not sure if I'm happy I did that.